EISER Fund 1, which initially invested in these projects, is a 10-year closed-end OECD fund and obviously is able to invest in transport, in utilities, in government-backed assets like schools, hospitals, social housing and the like. And these projects, fitted clearly into that mandate. As active asset managers, we like to adopt the partnership approach with the councils. These two councils were very willing and very participating in this whole partnership approach. It led to lots of honest and open debate. It led to lots of very good, interesting dialogue, particularly when they were running into problems. And I think we were able to resolve all of the issues, fairly easily.
All you have to do is look at the old Tynecastle building across the road to see the very, very burning need that there was to replace the school here. Fantastic old building, but really reached the end of its useful life. And you can apply that logic to the other 7 schools within the programme. All very, very good schools as entities, but the fabric, the building, the infrastructure, the equipment, really getting to the end of the useful life and not providing the necessary learning and support environment that we need to provide for our pupils and children in the 21st century. I attended the opening of all 8 schools, and what a buzz there was from the pupils, from the teaching staff, from the visitors in all of the schools at all of the opening. And to see the look in the children's faces when they go from the environment, again I use the old Tynecastle as an example of that, to go from something that was so, yes, historic, but so worn down, so tired, so lifeless, to something as fantastic as the new facilities that we've been provided. It's immeasurably beneficial.
PPP is a government process for procuring infrastructure, and it's a public-private partnership. So there's a public aspect, which is the local authority, the council, the private is the private investment, and the two sides are supposed to work in partnership to deliver these projects. And these projects are PPP, which means that we have this understood structure behind the process.
I think people have to remember that the word partnership is a vital thing to success in any of these contracts, because we're all working for one aim, and that's to deliver a good educational experience to young people and to let our community see what their money, their investment through their taxes, etc., has gone to create these lovely buildings. So I'm actually very thrilled, and I really embrace PPP. We want the children to enjoy the experience of being at school, and if they're here and they enjoy it, hopefully they'll learn. And it's lifelong learning, so hopefully this will carry on throughout the project.
Axiom and our partners respond very well to challenges. Yes, we've had our difficulties, but we've got huge upsides. The levels of satisfaction of our buildings and of the services that are provided within these buildings is going up. It continues to go up. And what we've got, based on a mutual partnership, is something that's working incredibly well.
We have astroturfs, grass pitches. We can accommodate all sorts of external sports. 2 of our high schools in this project have fantastic swimming pools, great changing facilities. And then for other subject areas, we have masses of social space, which allows young people to mix, to exchange views. We've got great dining facilities. The standards of maintenance of the schools is absolutely superb, and it gives the young people and the community ownership. These are their schools, and I think that is a really important part of the project.
All the students can practice. They're not going to be bothered by a bagpipes or a tuba next door, or who's playing what. They can just get on with their practice in their own little world, and it works, and the performance facilities have been fantastic. We've entered into a partnership with Steinway & Sons, which is wonderful because we've got the fantastic building. Now we've got fantastic pianos, 24 Steinway pianos. So our students are lucky enough to play and perform on the best instruments there are. And it also attracts visiting professionals, performers who know that we're a Steinway school, so ask if they can use the facilities to practice, to do performances. So it involves us even more in the musical life of the capital.
And underlining everything that we've done here in the design has been the sustainability of the materials that were used and the efficiency of the buildings in use. We have, wherever possible, used things like biomass fuel, for example, to make them exceedingly green.
And the key features, as far as we're concerned, and as far as the investors would be concerned, is we have the long-dated, stable cash flows, which means we've got predictable yields. We've got index-linked cash flows, which give us the protection against the rising costs, particularly in high inflationary environments.
In some of our schools, children come from various backgrounds, so it's vitally important to us that we create an atmosphere where they want to be and not have to be.
Anecdotally, we had an incident last year where the schools were all closed for the bad weather, but one of the schools in Perth was used as an emergency rest centre for stranded motorists on one of the roads. And so we've got a lot of good coverage, or news coverage for that, particularly in Scotland, for our school being open and looking after stranded motorists overnight. I think right from the beginning of this project, EISER and the asset management team has adopted this partnership ethos. The council has engaged with us because we have been adopting this open and honest partnership approach, and also with our subcontractors. And I think that goes a long way to making sure that you're actually getting quality facilities, because as long as there's the trust building up between all sides, people are performing to their best of their abilities, we've got good confidence that we've actually built some very good quality infrastructure.